Hi, I'm Evan from 4 Mile Farms, and I'm going to give you a reason why you shouldn't wash your farm eggs, and I'm going to give you 4 tips and tricks to help you if you choose to wash your eggs. And a side note before I get started, contrary to popular belief, eggs don't come out of the chicken perfectly clean like they are in the stores, brown or white, just doesn't happen. Anyway, I'll take a much cleaner egg for demonstration. So the reason you shouldn't be washing your eggs, which it's not a bad idea to do so if you choose, it just depends on how you like it, but there's an invisible layer on the outside of all eggs, brown, white, blue, pink, purple, black, whatever. There's a very thin layer, an invisible layer on the outside of the eggs, and this layer protects air from getting inside the shell and causing the shelf life to depreciate from the egg. So by even running water over this egg, it takes that protective coating off of the egg, and it's basically just ruining your shelf life. So of course, if you have eggs like this, probably a good idea to wash them, but as long as you're keeping your laying boxes clean, and I try to, then eggs should come out of the chicken house like that, which is what you want. In foreign countries such as Germany or Portugal, it's actually illegal for commercial producers to be selling eggs washed. And I'm not exactly sure of the rules, but it's just some food safety thing because it's actually allowing air that could potentially be toxic depending on where the eggs are washed to get inside the egg and to form that little air bubble that you've probably heard about. So it's actually highly illegal. It would be the same as selling raw chicken or serving raw chicken to people at a restaurant. They don't allow you to wash eggs, and they store them in the pantry. They don't refrigerate their eggs. Another side note is having an egg in the fridge for 7 days or a week is equivalent to having it on the counter for 24 hours or a day. So if you take into account that over there they do store it on the counter, an egg has a shelf life of 3 months. I'm not in the mood for math right now, but it would be roughly a week and a half that they could have this egg on the counter before it would be completely inedible. So of course you do have to take into account that they would have to eat the eggs a lot faster, but then you're not getting all that air that could potentially be harmful to the person eating the egg, and it just, makes a lot more sense for some people. But like I said, depends who you are. Okay, on to the tips. So my first tip for my viewers is, if you have eggs, like I've showed you, that are really disgusting and you don't feel like scrubbing, soaking the eggs in lukewarm water for 10 minutes will help loosen up some of that manure and wood chips / straw, whatever you're using for bedding. When I wash eggs, I do that. That really helps for me. A maximum of 10 minutes, because past 10 minutes, then the egg starts, getting into the shell, and that can be really bad. My next tip for you is, if you are not so concerned about all these natural hazards, like leaving your eggs on the counter, my next tip is to take a tablespoon or 2 in a sink full of water of chlorinated egg wash. Doesn't really matter what brand you use. I'll put a link in the description of the stuff I get for mine. I actually can't find my pail, which is really weird. But yeah, I haven't been using egg soap for a long time, specifically for that reason, because my customers prefer the natural approach, if you must. My third tip for you is to make sure that your laying boxes have lots of clean, dry litter, whether it's straw, wood chips, hog fuel, just to name a few. This really helps, just keeping the chicken house in good shape. This also prevents, viral things like roundworms, tapeworms, different parasites from building up in laying boxes over time. And yeah, it just helps keep your eggs clean, prevents disease buildup, among other things. And tip number 4 for you is to make sure that you're collecting eggs frequently. For me, I live in a cold climate. Some nights it can get down to -40. I do have a heater in the chicken house, but I'm collecting eggs, at least twice a day, so it's really important. I'll put emphasis on that you're collecting eggs frequently. It makes sure that your eggs aren't getting poop stuck to them and it's not sticking and not coming off. If you collect eggs frequently and just quickly wash the few that you have, then you're not going to have as bad of a cleaning job. And, you know, like I said, the eggs will freeze if you live in a cold climate. It's not a big deal in hotter or warmer climates, but just something to keep in mind. And yeah, thank you for watching. I have just started a small channel. This is video number 2, so definitely subscribe, like if you found this video to be useful in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, if I get more support on this video, I'll definitely consider making more videos and getting some better filming equipment than my old phone stuck inside of a shoe. Yeah.